Okay, once again, we're looking at RobotC virtual worlds for the NXT. And just to remind you that in window, let's look at robot first. Under the robot menu, once you have RobotC open, your compiler target should be on virtual worlds. Your platform type should be NXT for this particular video. Also, if you have virtual world selected under window, you should have this option of select virtual world to use. And we want curriculum companion for this particular tutorial. And when you select that and you write a program, once you compile and download the program, it'll bring up a menu that'll lead you to this. And we are going to work on the Labyrinth challenge today. So the Labyrinth challenge, we're going to look at the specification document here. You can see that you're going to start your robot in this red, red rectangle, and you need to get to the other kind of rectangle with the black diagonal stripes. We need to get there. How is this going to be done? The robot's going to need to go forward, then it's going to have to turn left, then it's going to have to go forward again, then it's going to have to turn right, then it's going to go forward again, then it's going to turn right again, then it's going to go forward one last time and end up here. So compared to your previous challenge, similar but more turns. So let's look at how we might do this. Remember from our previous challenge that in order to go straight the way the robot is set up, we need both motors to go the same speed and the same direction. If I put a negative sign in front of one of these numbers, then that means that that motor is going in reverse. If I increase or decrease the number, 100 basically means 100% power. If we put them both in the same direction at the same power level, the robot should go straight. How long will it go straight for? That's what this line does. And wait 1 msec means 1 millisecond. 500 milliseconds will be half a second. 1,000 milliseconds is 1 second. 2,000 milliseconds is 2 seconds, and so on and so forth. For now, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's just see what this does in our program. So don't forget, when you change your initial program, File, Save As, and this is the Labyrinth. We'll just call it Labyrinth, but it's the Labyrinth challenge. Once I save it, I compile, and then I download. When I download, your virtual worlds menu is going to load up. Remember that our sort of introductory assignments are going to, in the virtual world, use the curriculum companion. And if I by the way, lose my, like, oh, where'd the virtual world go? I can click down here, and this icon will bring it up. And the basic curriculum companion challenges are under movement, under the movement tab. And we've done a couple, but we're on the Labyrinth challenge. So let's just see, we're at start activity. And you can now see our field. We somehow need to get over here. And let's see what going forward for 2 seconds does. All right, just about right. It got us to, we went full power for 2 seconds, and it got us to where we needed to go. Now we need to make a left turn. Maybe recall this from a previous lesson, but I'm going to Control-C, Control-V, copy and paste. So I just made another copy of the exact same thing, but now we want to turn left. How do we do that? If we want to turn in a certain direction, we need to make the motor on that side go more slowly. And reverse is a lot slower. So let's try -100. Now we are going to turn, that's going to cause us to turn to the left because the left motor is going in reverse for 2 seconds. And both motors at full power. Compile. Download. Go back to the beginning. Forward. Oh, and it turned way too far. 2 seconds was way too much, at least at full power. We could slow this down to, let's say, 50 and 50. And I think because it was so far, I might cut that in half too. So we're now we're turning it half power, and we're doing it for only 1 second. Let's see what happens. Let's go back to the beginning. Forward. Turned. Still turn a little bit too much. You might want to get this down to 900, 800, or change the speed, make it a little bit more slow, a little bit slower. But you can do that same thing. We're going to go up here now. The next turn is going to need to be a right turn. That means this is going to have to be positive, and this is going to have to be negative. And eventually forward and turn again. And let's just look at the over it. Eventually we need to get in this block to complete the Labyrinth challenge. That's it.